tell you what, I hit him with that brain soap. I tell you what, I hit him with that brain soap. I tell you what, I hit him with that brain soap. I tell you what, I hit him with that brain soap. I tell you what, I hit him with that brain soap.
Right now you're here with the mental athletes, Jay, Willie, and your boy Victory. You already know how we get down, man. This is the Mental Athletes Show. We're getting your mind right. We need to be building up more mental athletes instead of physical athletes. What's going on, my partner, Jay Willie?
Yeah, chilling. How are you?
All right. So we're going to be on here giving you what y'all need as far as spiritual, but especially nutritional insight and information so that you can be well within your body, mind, and spirit. Because we know what you put in your body is ultimately what you get out of it.
Yeah, and I just want to break down exactly why mental athletes, why that particular name. Because a lot of us, especially in the black community, we have a wrong ideal about what we should strive for. And we all want to be the next LeBron James. And for every LeBron James, there's 999 athletes that ain't going to make it. That's just facts. It is difficult to become a successful athlete in the NBA, or in any sport for that matter. So what they should be aspiring for is to become a Mark Cuban, not a Mark Jackson. No offense to Mark Jackson. We need to train our children to strive higher, to become mental athletes. There is nothing wrong with being a Steve Jobs. There's nothing wrong with being the guy from Microsoft, Bill Gates. There's nothing wrong with aspiring for higher ideals. But it's got to start with what we put on our plates. It starts with what food we decide to pick. Because let's face it, a lot of the stuff in this day and time that we think is food, let me tell you, it's not. It's not food. It looks like food and it might taste like food, but here's a newsflash, it's not. A lot of it is genetically modified, and on the down low, they're secretly passing laws so that now you won't even know that the food you're eating is genetically modified. They can cook this shit up in Frankenstein's lab. They can put it right on the supermarket shelf, and you wouldn't even know. And they're making it so that it's illegal for you to know what they're putting in the food.
Yeah. And I heard this thing, maybe it was a couple of months ago, where and it's very imperative for you to keep your eyes open and your ears to the street, because they don't hide the information, but they hide it in plain sight. There's different insect parts and just all kinds of stuff that the FDA itself allows to go through. So imagine the food that isn't FDA approved. You know what I mean? What's really going in you. That's why you got to be careful. That's why I've been trying my best to eat nothing but organic, and I'm slowly slipping into the whole vegetarian movement and all that, because it's just not safe what you're putting in your body. We're not even talking about the steroids and the different hormones and everything else that's been going into meat and chicken and all that. So
most definitely. They genetically modify most of the food nowadays. See, years ago, this started back in 1989. There were 37 people who died after being exposed or taking tryptophan supplements. They blamed tryptophan for that. This was made by a Japanese company called Showa Double K. What they did was they used microbes or friendly bacteria, like the same stuff in yogurt. They used that microbe to actually grow specific amino acids, and then a lot of these amino acids are taken, encapsulated, they sell them in health food stores. So what they did in this particular case, they genetically modified this bacteria to produce a higher yield in a shorter amount of time. However, there was a side effect, a nasty side effect, that was not made public. By genetically modifying this bacteria to produce a higher yield of amino acids, in this case of tryptophan, it produced a toxic byproduct called peak X. And when people took that into their bodies, it killed 37 people and sent 1,500 people to the hospital.
That's crazy.
So what they did subsequently as a result, they started banning tryptophan for years, blaming tryptophan and making tryptophan, throwing tryptophan under the bus as if tryptophan did that, when it was in fact a genetically modified organism that actually did it. So if that had been made more publicly known, genetically modified foods, as they are now, would not even be on the market.
I tell you what, I hit him with that brain soak.